Turn away from the unholy. Right, so Salaki, where were we? For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sin. So they have disregard to women, right? They disregard them as a sister, right? A lot of these women, man, they crazy. They crazy out here. And that's just the truth. But you know, we ain't any better if we turning around and participating in the madness. You know, when you just creep into houses, it says, and lead captive silly women laden with sin. So you know, you disregard it, and in a way you turn the sister into into a whore, basically, because she's she's being silly. She ain't being sincere with it. And then like laden with sins, that's just iniquity, right? There's just gonna be a bunch of demons there. Led away with diverse lusts, the want of all type of stuff, whatever it is, money, sex, drugs, the wants of this world. And these type are ever learning, never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. So they're ever learning. They have never established, okay, statute, laws, commandments, established. That's it. No, they try to beat around and it's not this, it's that, it's not this, oh, look at this, look at that. Ever learning. Hey, the truth, the fact of the matter, the Lord ordained everybody and everything. And He ordained His statute, law, and commandments. And because we didn't follow them, He made us suffer. When we do follow them, He turns the curses. That's what He's doing. He's turning the curses. The righteous is standing bold, right? And you're not going to have itching ears, right? You're not going to be like, ever learning, never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, right? And the truth is just the laws, right? You're not going to be like, oh, I can't do it. No, you can do it. Now, the stuff we can't do, like the brother said today, he was at work, right? And it was a Sabbath. So it's like, okay, we in captivity, and certain things, like if a sister, she's on her monthly thing, you're not supposed to be sit on the same bed and stuff. There's laws like that. Well, in this community, this world that we're in now, the sisters don't reveal when they're going through this type of stuff. We a lot of times we ain't got control of our work schedule. We have to survive. Now, you should be making a way to try to get them days off, but those who follow the lunar, the lunar Sabbath, it makes it a little harder, right? Because usually your Sabbath will fall on a different day. It will, on every month, right? So, and that's why I say, hey, if you gotta work, 5 days a week, even 6 days a week, that 7th day where you're not working, hey, rest, Now, some brothers, they got families to take care of. They have to go wash clothes or whatever on that 7th day. And the Lord knows. The Lord knows, right? We're just here to spread the truth, tell you that this is Sabbath. You should keep it holy. Thus saith the Lord, right? Being in captivity, we do what we can, but we're establishing the law. So as we go, you're not gonna just say, oh well, can't do it. No, if you can do it, if you can find that one day off, hey, you're gonna take that day off. You're gonna rest. Keep it holy. Keep it separate. Don't work. Don't buy. Don't sell. If you can, if the other days you can get your work done, get your shopping done. The other things is you can't cook or clean. Get your cooking done on that 6th day, and then have your house in order, and then rest, read, go for a walk, move around, enjoy the fresh air, teach, preach, whatever it may be. But there's ways around it. Now, certain things like being around a sister on her monthly thing. Right now, we're not in the kingdom. In the kingdom, I'm sure when the sisters go through that, they'll go to an outhouse. They'll be there for their week, and come back in. However the Lord's gonna ordain it, everything's gonna be perfected. But right now, that's the type of things we can't keep. The things we can keep, we have to keep. There's not an exception like, oh. And I'm pushed to say that it's not a breaking of the law. It's not, because the Lord blinks at our ignorance, and then it's out of our control. It's out of our control. He says, don't die before your time, right? Don't be righteous over much, Cause then you're gonna end up like going crazy, It like if you're out in the restaurants and you order a steak, and when the steak comes, you order the steak. Now you hear the pigs in the background, ring, ring, getting killed and everything, and it looks like a pork chop. You ask the dude, hey, is this steak? Yes, that's steak. Okay. Now if you so convinced that it's pork, don't eat it. But what the scripture says is, when you're out in the marketplace, what they say it is, if they say it is, that's on them. The curse will be on them. Ecclesiastes 7:17. Do not be very wicked, and be not stubborn, lest thou die before thy time. Hold on, let me bring it up. Here, do not be... Ecclesiastes 7:17. Be not overmuch wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why should thou die before thy time? See if we can bring up the chapter. Seven. 17. Here it says, verse 16, do not be overly righteous, and do not make yourself too wise. Right? Some things you just don't. Like I said, if you can what's it called? Discernment. It's discernment, right? So if you out in the marketplace, you get some chicken, and the thing is smelling like a pig or something. Hey, I don't want it. Return it. Get something else. But if you just kind of like wondering, and you ask them, they say it's not. It's chicken. Hey, it's chicken. Our food is defiled. Who knows what they're cutting in the back? Who knows what they're doing? That's why in Paul it says, not to worry in the marketplace. And not to make yourself too wise, because some things it says don't seek out things too deep, because the thing is you don't want to be stressing and it says don't read over much. It says Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, right? 12 and 14. Does it be the whole duty of men, right? The whole duty of man is to keep the statute, laws, and commandments and fear God. So, Lucky, let me get it. Where we at? Oh, so lucky. There it is. Alright. Yeah. 12. Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. Oh, 12. 12 and 12. And further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books, there is no end. That's why you don't go dabbling in all. If you haven't read your scriptures, in totality, now we precept on precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. That's how you can get the understanding. Precepts, you can link them together and get sound judgment. As far as reading the whole book, you should read before you, and you shouldn't dabble in other books anyway, like these 3-4 Maccabees, Book of Jubilees, all that nonsense. No, you got everything you need right here in the KJV 6 and 11, your Apocrypha and your scriptures. It's Masoretic text. It's the Septuagint. Everything you need is here. Everything you need. So if you find yourself tired and something and you're going into other books, now you got some history, like books that they write in history, such as historical events. Timbuktu, right? The Timbuktu book. I can't think of the title right now, and I got it. But anyway, that type of books that show historic events of either Esau, Edom, Moab, Ammon. Telling you these different nations and the Israelites and 70 AD and this type of stuff. That's just second and third witnesses on the scriptures. But the other stuff that start going off into fairy tales, you're gonna get bugged out. And it says of making many books there is no end, and much studies is a weariness of the flesh, right? That's why they say right here, ever learning, never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Right? You got itching ears. What's itching ears? Next chapter, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. They want to hear what they want to hear, And in all honesty, I was telling my daughter, mermaids and stuff, that's Esau's creation. In reality, they've combined all type of genes and crap. Who knows what they put as far as Bigfoot and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, the Lord has made Behemoth and Leviathan in the scriptures, and there is creatures out there that are beyond measure that the Lord's going to use, in His timing. Right? So, where were we? Oh yeah, let's finish this. So it says, do not be excessively wicked. Oh yeah, why should you destroy yourself? Right? So if you're being over righteous and stuff, and now I try to get my fabric 100%, you know, cotton and stuff. But still, you got like socks and whatnot that got elastic in it. Um, you can try. You can try, you know. But certain things, uh, you know, instead of making a scene or whatever, hey, just leave, you know. Just leave. You don't got to be over righteous about it. On your own, the Lord sees you doing as 100%, you know. 144%, as we say. But, hey, we're not trying to be contentious. We just trying to keep the laws and we keep it moving, you know. The laws are made for us, not for everybody else. That's what makes us shine. And the Lord is our power. You know, He can back us up when we're keeping these things. Now, do not be excessively wicked and do not be a fool. So you don't want to be like, you know, tormenting and because the Lord vengeance is His, right? So we're gonna get the payback. But hey, judgment and justice is correct. You know, you're not gonna let someone punk you out definitely, you know, but don't be overly wicked, it says, right? Do not be a fool. Do not be stupid. Don't make mockery of rules and laws, right? Why should you die before your time? Right? So you messing in the wrong neighborhood, mess with the wrong one, your time's up. It is good to grasp the one and not let the other slip from your hand, for he who fears God will follow both warnings. Right? And this is different, I believe, NIV or something. It's different translation. So anyway, we go back here, right? It says, now it's James and, well, that's the point. That was the point there. I'm going to close up with this. You know, that was you know, an exhortation for us, for the brothers and sisters, but also going a little bit of prophecy, right? Because that's what time we're in. So we got to keep ourselves sharp, and we got to keep watching. You know, put the fear of the Lord first and foremost. Fear Him. You're not going to want to fall off. Right? And you want to be on the ships. You want to be leading in righteousness, you know. Staying strong. Staying